So they don't really, we don't really need to run. But at the same time, but I told them in the gallery and they were kind of like,
Justin, I want to buy this book.
okay. Okay. Hello.
Hi, I'm just going to talk to you. Thanks for coming. This is very exciting. We have 3 readers today, including myself. First, Ryan's going to go. His friend Michael. They do a really cool press where they make books. It's called Neck Press. There's also a table outside. Really nice paper, hand bound. Looks great. So they're going to read, and then we're going to have Courtney Cassidy, who wrote a book of poems called Internet. It's poems about the internet. And then I'm going to read later. So go for it.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming. I'm going to start with a poem called, it's called This Planet Sucks, Nothing Works. It gets kind of heavier from there, but yeah, anyway. It's called This Planet Sucks, Nothing Works. The volcanoes don't work, like 1/10 of them work. The ocean's poorly lit. The blow dryers and bathrooms don't do anything. I'm over it. Women don't work. They don't even put out anymore. Why is this car so late? It said 2 minutes. The weather's inconsistent at best. At worst, schizophrenic, or poor, or afraid, or anxious of itself. Probably autistic, I don't know. The Wi-Fi in my car doesn't work out here in the woods. And this stupid phone is out of memory. I can't even take pictures. Why did I even come here? What am I supposed to do now? This next poem is called The News. It's from this book that my friend Nico and I put together called Domestics. It's all about just sort of domestic life and like, you know, kind of mundane existence and sort of what you find in that. It's called The News. Can everyone hear okay? Should I speak into the mic or is this okay? Sorry. It's called The News. At daybreak, I check the news, read up about my insecurities. Only important note, they've doubled. I pore over the articles anyway, and by the time I'm halfway through, I put on my work shirt and someone asks me if I'm an only child. Never young. In other news, that iron wall is still opaque, only warped by those kids' blowtorch, and I still can't see past my own eyes. Next, the weather. I'm shaking. Can you tell I sleep with the windows open by the way that I walk? This is how I live in hindsight while the body keeps moving. This is how my mind is torn out of the back of my brain, dragging a bag that snags a nail. And why are their nails hammered into the ground? The news will have them eventually. Next. This one's called Nico, I'm Afraid. Nico, I'm afraid. For example, today I dropped a piece of receipt paper on the ground, and I just watched it struggle. The wind licked at it like a wound, and it just shuddered and shivered and rolled half circles on the pavement, and I just stared at it. Nico, I'm violent like a raindrop, turbulent like a mirage in suburban permafrost. For example, last night I dreamt we got caught up in a brawl, though it was more like a parade of colors and no one got shot. Nico, I'm so tired. The days drag. For example, the way dawn light in a dim room stretches. For example, the way heat warbles in forgotten complex of soccer fields where our ghosts run drills. For example, passion is and sorrow is as simple as a breath of wind through a dim-lit room. This one's called On Dissolution. I feel like I should be making more eye contact.
No.
Maybe I'll do this.
Don't make any.
No, this is weird. Thanks for coming, everyone. This is cool. Draw a bath, fill it with fear of dissolution. The body's not a fortress, but the bathtub is. Draw a creek where the body can disappear, become stones, silt, small fish, a colony. Draw a bath and steep. The fortress is a usual disguise. Build a bathtub out of bottoms of feet, sides of knees, an ass, a spine, shoulders, a neck. Draw a creek, invite your friends, become a copse of trees. This is my set list here, so I keep looking at my hand. This next one's a long one called Deaths in the Family. It's about, I spent a good amount of time making cheese at a farm up in Marin County, and it seems like a very idyllic life, but the more and more you work at a farm and sort of like these more natural places, you realize that things are a little bit more brutal than the city is. So this is a poem in 3 parts called Deaths in the Family. Part 1. The cat caught a bird this morning. I saw her clamber up the fence. I saw the feathers stuck with blood to her mouth. I saw her toss the corpse about. Bird bones are hollow, purpose-built for flight, so when the skeleton is trapped, it doesn't matter how easily they break. I shouted out, happy for her, she, the hunter, who can alter a state of existence the way I cannot. I heard the crunch of hollow bones, the beak, he ate it whole. She will not eat the corpse bird, her, the hunter. The other cat, the male, does the eating. The fact that gender binaries exist in other species made me feel helpless this morning. It's not that she wasn't hungry, I've seen the way she eats. Part 2. The wolves got 2 sheep last night. The raptors are picking at the carrion. We can't find the other one. The rest of the herd are keeping their distance. They're taking their distance seriously. Nobody's eating. If I come home melancholic, please don't take it personally. I don't know what voluntary exile from planet Earth means, but I wrote it down yesterday on a piece of receipt paper. I think my problem is, ever since I realized that the order of the universe is capricious, I no longer know what planet Earth means. Part 3. A man came today to slaughter a bull. He shot it in the back of the head and hung it from a branch. The earth was eager for the blood. It disappeared quickly. The cows and heifers gathered, nonchalant in their audience, but the next morning they wouldn't eat. The youngest moved slow, suggesting sorrow of some sort, so he chased her around the farm, which is what the man told us to do. And after chasing her around for a few days, laughing as I ran, I realized watching the blood drain was the moment she knew that she didn't have it figured out. Her idle life turned over, hung upside down, the dirt drinking up the drips of pure death. That crazed human running, I don't know any better than her. I have a few more here. This is a sort of new one I wrote. It's called North to the Moon by Compass. I used to drift only as far as the flowers tied to my wristlet. Taut, I drew perfect arcs into the Pacific, the strengths of roots anchored into the sea cliff, the stems cut through the mist and fog and spray.
I used to drift only as far as hints of history would heal my eyes. I could see through the mist to the shore, not through the distance to the sun. I closed my eyes and saw turquoise and never saw again. I used to drift only as far as bloodlines would stretch. One night I saw a moon and cut myself awash, and awash I wandered into the lunar arc. Waves I floated over uptide, upwind, up sky. A feather of skin gilded with ember rose cooled above the molten sea. This is how and where they found me. I have a couple more here. These are from, actually this one is not. Anyway, it's called 100 Months Old.
100,000 letters per and
100,000 letters and none the right sound.
100,000 faces and
When
none
Ray
bodies,
Bork finally lifted the
mouths.
cup, jaws set open like a
All
snare,
the snails I've torn
roared
off,
as if the snare
now a
shut,
set of bones.
no mic on the ice. When my mother handed her the phone, and for 100 seconds I hadn't one word.
100,000 letters and none the silence
And that was
can
it.
hold.
Her deathbed, a bed again.
I can hear your whites, quiet now, wherever you are.
Though I imagine her in some
Skeleton.
doorless room, tiled of white herringbone, and she's kept the soundlessness I gave her, and I've kept silence.
This is the last one here. Courtney Cassidy's up next. She wrote a cool book called Internet, and she'll be reading from that. This one's called Direction.
Death came and we scattered, you north and I east, or apart.
I've been folding pages for so long in this basement lit
You
by the
drove
light
off
left
that
and
one
candle
evening
smoke.
on 19th and South Van Ness. You left.
I no longer
and the
know whose
sunset
fingers are whose,
crumbled,
whose body the pages.
and I to my knees, the book not yet stitched in my
The book of my
hands,
desires, the one where your fingers
and
fold
I
me however they
perforated, too
please.
afraid to read it.
Read me and put me away wherever.
You see, there
Tears
were three
stained on your
pinpoints
shelf,
only,
or
three
tossed on the
spires of
hallway
light
floor.
hidden behind the smoke, but it shines now.
Who
It
knows if
shines,
this is the one
it
with the
shines.
sunset ending, or
Don't
the
you
one
see?
where you
The
moved to
smoke
Iowa
is
for
rose
grad
red.
school, and the you in your poems is no longer me.
Thanks for listening, guys. Courtney's up next.
That's really good. Hi, I'm Courtney. This is my book of poems about the internet, about dealing with life by being on the internet all the time. I'm gonna take a picture, kind of like that. It's for the internet, yeah. Thanks. Okay. I had an Instagram apocalypse dream. It was the end of society, and there were people chasing me with their phones, taking photos and uploading to death, and all capping at 11 likes. G-chatting to success, an autobiography. 1985, born to hack the planet CC, but I forgot how. Sorry, I have to Google it again. You're good at the internet, but the internet is a mess, and we're slipping through the internet cracks. My first performance piece will be me smiling while hugging a mound of dirt on the ground, but for how long? My second performance piece will be me smiling while internet chatting on the ground, but with who? I wish my email address was lol@lol.lol. My URL was .lol. My name was LOL. And I also wish I was a BuzzFeed writer. Never mind, BuzzFeed sucks. I used to make friends on MySpace, but now I used to make friends on Flickr, but now I met all my friends on Twitter, but now I meet all my friends on Tumblr. I gotta quote more rap. I don't know where to hold this. I base most of all of my opinions on Google image searches. My favorite search result experience was a portrait of Groucho Marx over and over again. It reduced in size as I scrolled down the page like a waterfall. There's mostly a Tumblr for that, and for every search query I've queried. I will just have to add fan art to every new search query. Cute baby coyotes fan art. Kid stuck in vagina sculpture fan art. Excerpt from the news I read on the internet. They stuck the 2-pound shark into fresh water before somebody remembered it came from the sea, so they got some sea salt from the kitchen. Reading tweets aloud in a whisper, posting tweets aloud via Siri, but she's not listening. If you look at yourself in the mirror and blur your eyes, you lose 10 pounds. If you look at yourself in the mirror and close your eyes, you cease to exist. If you look at yourself in the monitor instead of the mirror, you are a dream girl. Opportunities to start e-mischief with Twitter crew. The beautiful sound of LOL, tap, 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 a lot of times. Texting with boys on Valentine's Day on my Nokia in Spanish class before email abbreviations and internet talk, before there were principles in cyberspace. Even though my last tweet is blowing up and one of my Tumblr posts is officially viral, I'm still a slouch on the couch watching Gilmore Girls or New Girl or Girls or Fuck It Gossip Girl on Netflix. It's not until I see people with 10K plus followers that I realize the actual size of the universe. Let's talk about our mutual friends, we have them. Let's talk about our Instagrams, we have them. Let's talk about internet fortunes, we have them. Does anyone do anything anymore? I perfectly mimicked this guy's ringtone with my whistle. He kept checking for text messages and slowly went mad. Hi, I saw you on Google image search. Want to go out? You, in an oversized Boyz II Men t-shirt with a sci-fi ringtone drifting in through the window. Me, watching people drop their phone and secretly hoping to see it smashed when they pick it up. You, liking the sharp edges of your new laptop so you can cut your enemies. Me, wanting to go back to college so I can cite Wikipedia in my essays anyway. You, sending reviews of emails instead of answering emails. Me, trying various yoga poses that allow me to still use the computer. You, taking pictures of funny things on the internet to send to friends who don't use the internet. Me, reciting a play-by-play of everything I'm doing on the internet. You, walking behind me as I upload to Instagram and say, I'm following you. Me, deleting my tweets from yesterday, sorry. A friendship through likes and nothing more, not even if you try. Okay, so that was a bunch of poems about the internet. There's another section in the book that's called 99 Problems, and it's a list of 99 problems. I like to kind of have people just like call out a number, and I'll just read that number instead of just reading them. So. 1 through 99. 5?
4.
Well, hold on. 5 and then 4. Sometimes my tweets are lies that people believe. 4. Overdrawn bank account alerts via push notification.
25.
I'm a walking panic attack.
26. And 12.
Hiccups because of spicy food. 12. Somebody said 12, right?
Yeah.
Illusion of normal mood text during bad mood.
69.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, first 40. Normal and weird at the same time. 69. Okay. I heard it. I swear. I heard it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, do I hear it? When I party, I tweet about it.
Nice.
I need more numbers.
66.
Yeah, I have more. Okay. Can't pay attention.
99.
Oh, that one's easy. My mom follows me on Twitter.
You already did.
So I made another Twitter. Do you guys want to hear more problems?
Yeah, one more.
Okay. 38. There's so many, I have to find it. My tweets are barely good.
39.
Did we do that one already?
Forget.
No. Forgot about the normal people in my life that follow me. It's starting to get weird. Okay. There's more, but I have copies of the book if you want to read it. Thank you. Follow me on Twitter.
Cool. Hi. So this is part of a series of like insane emails that I've sent to people. Sometimes they reply and sometimes they're like, change your password, do you have spam? And I'm like, no, I just sent you an email on purpose. But this is one of said emails. Last week my horoscope told me I would feel lacking in energy and lose every ounce of my motivation. The horoscope said to rest. So, I've been resting. I've been taking what feels like a giant amount of vitamins for approximately 3 days, which is a long time for me to do anything very consistently. One of the vitamins is called Skullcap. It's an herbal supplement that's supposed to help with anxiety. I like to think of it as a little hat that I wear on my head that everyone compliments me on and says how I can really pull it off. There's also one for adrenal health and something called holy basil root, which has something to do with balance. I'm choosing to interpret it as a metaphysical kind. I had a roommate who was a manager of Whole Body, a section of Whole Foods with vitamins and lotion. He would always get a ton of samples. I stole them all when he moved out. It's fine, they were unopened for months. Oh, actually no, I remember now. The supplements didn't belong to him, but his coworker who lived with us for a short time. He had to leave to go to a mental hospital or something. He was also married, which we weren't aware of until right before he left when his wife hit him in the head with a wine bottle at the beach or something. He hated me, but I don't think a lot of people do. Once, though, I had a troll. He sent me a lot of messages on my Tumblr, alternating between vaguely complimentary pleas for my attention and vulgar and aggressive insults, both with a tone that alluded to an interpretation of my personal life in a way that I hoped was not reflective of the general public's perception. For example, would you like me if I wore a cardigan and glasses? And then, I bet you really like Lena Dunham and actually think of her as yourself. And then, I bet you have nice perky tits, which I was tempted to reply with, duh. I took matters into my own hands and installed a software to track activity and IP addresses. I confronted him, but not in a mean way, just in an here's an invaluable lesson kind of way, which is my favorite form of confrontation. I hate the feeling of cobwebs on my face or hands, and I hate the way ants feel crawling on me, though I've just started to accept that I live with ants. I don't try to get rid of them unless it's a long march leading to an infestation, like when they've invaded a sugar scrub I made with coconut oil that I left in the shower, the jar's metal top slightly unscrewed. I sprayed them with Windex and wiped them away. I like the look and feel of lizards and frogs, though. I do not like snakes. There was an ant on the mirror, and I thought it was something on my face. I didn't have my glasses on. I looked at it crawling, and ants always seem so panicked, and then I squished it with my finger. I killed another bug today. I think it was a mosquito, a fat mosquito. Like it had been out for a while and came in through my bathroom window all drunk on blood. I wonder how many people on my block will wake up itchy tomorrow. Today I wrote an article on Vice that might as well have been titled, I know cigarettes are bad for me, but I'm gonna smoke them anyways. The guy went to 3 different doctors and asked essentially, is it okay if I just have one? They all said no, don't smoke, don't even go near a plume of tobacco smoke or a room where people might be smoking or have just finished smoking, just don't go near it. He concludes, well, I'm just gonna have one when I feel like it. I wish I was a hamster sometimes, like, for the water dispenser. I just remembered the whiskey in the cabinet someone left here. I'm wondering if I'm like the Vice guy, but with alcohol. Okay, I decided that I'm not because it's only when I feel like it. There's a feeling in my stomach akin to hunger, but I read somewhere most initial hunger pangs when you're thirsty. Perhaps that was from the same book that gave me the idea to eat celery for breakfast for a week. Who am I kidding? I lasted way less than a week. And then celery for breakfast? I wanted to work on stuff today, but I took a nap and did the dishes and languished around my apartment, texting my friends to inform them of my agony. I read the local news from my hometown. The police blotter is my favorite. There was a man in a gorilla suit scaring children and a drunk wandering the streets. They were 2 different people. I took a walk to the store. I sent my boyfriend a picture of me in sweatpants and a sweatshirt about to go to the store, and I wrote, I hope nobody sees me, I look like a maniac. He said I didn't, I was just wearing sweatpants. There are these cats in my neighborhood who scream like banshees and gang up on the other cats. One of the mean cats is white, and another one of the mean cats is white with black spots. The cat they usually mess with the most is small and black. I saw 2 cats fighting on the way to the store, but they were not the black, white, black cats. They were these other cats. One was orange and fluffy, and one I couldn't see because the orange one was pinning him down, like a maniac, and they were going at it. They looked like they could have lunged at me and eaten my entire face, I swear. I took a video of the cats and sent one to my boyfriend and one to my friend Shannon.
Before I left the house, I was looking at pictures of Greek goddess statues because I feel like that's kind of my body type, like the ones with the tummies protruding. Now that I think about it, they're kind of languishing. I bought spinach and wine at the grocery store. When I got back, my neighbors were standing below in the parking lot with a giant couch, their hands on their hips, staring up at the stairs of our building. I offered to help, which I hoped they wouldn't take me up on. I was supposed to bring the spinach and wine to my friend's house, and I only came to grab a sweater in case it got cold. My friend and I had plans to cook a chicken and eat it. I was grateful for their decline, as I could probably see the lack of commitment and general terror on my face, a usual reaction once I'm confronted with someone else's responsibility. While I was picking out a sweater, I watched half an episode of Courtney and Chloe Take Miami. I turned it off because I like Kendall and Kim better. I left the blue screen on the TV because it's pretty. On my phone, I looked up lamp color blue TV screen. I got a bunch of photos developed yesterday, and one whole roll belonged to my ex-boyfriend. Almost every picture was of his girlfriend before me. I flipped through them casually, like an old National Geographic at the dentist. My heart beat at a normal pace. If I had discovered these 2 years ago, I would have gone insane, like I'd come upon a treasure trove. The mysteries in my heart would truly be solved if I had one whole roll of this mysterious girl to look at, from different angles, posing, and sometimes from behind. She's very striking, and so unlike me. Most photos of me capture my face very tense, mid-laugh, mouth pursed awkwardly, one eye closed. Or I smile too big, my cheeks huge, big teeth protruding. I Googled her once and found a mugshot from the week before. She got arrested stealing at a Dwayne Reed in Portland. I shoplift all the time, but I've never been caught. I love the word specious. Superficially plausible, but actually wrong. Misleading in appearance, especially misleadingly attractive. A therapist once told me that crazy thoughts you know are wrong and irrational are analogous to seeing a crazy person walking down the street, talking to themselves, maybe yelling. You don't gag them to shut them out. You just let them pass. Sometimes I feel like I'm just toiling, you know? Like my life is just a little loading symbol, a little spinning wheel, you know? So many tabs open. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, hope you're well. I love Sarah. And she never replied, so hopefully we can all like manifest her reply soon. I'm hoping that she's just like taking her time, because this is like really long. So, thank you for coming. This is really cool.
Okay, you guys can go.
I like talking to girls.
That was so good.
Yeah, he liked it? Cool.
I thought it was her.
Thanks for coming.
It was good. I'm glad.
Yeah, really.
I'm glad
Great.
I played.
Awesome. You liked it?
Yeah, for sure. It was that general like more soccer where it's like getting happy. I wrote that a long time ago, but like never really had the idea to do anything